Music licensing reimagined. I will always feel something. I will always I will always feel something. Hey everybody. Hey everybody, how is everybody doing? I just want to check in with you guys, and I will jam into a little bit of my music or whatnot. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are doing well today. Hey, happy Sunday! I just want to share just some important nuggets while it was on my mind, and this title is "Trust Yourself." Trust yourself. And we will be, well, I'm your host, Karen Oliver, and you're watching my YouTube channel. This is Karen Oliver, but yes, I am discussing with you about the podcast. I will be releasing another episode this week. I hope you guys got a chance to check out the live interview with Deborah Driggs on Instagram Live. We went live on Instagram this time because we know a lot of followers on Instagram don't get a chance to actually see any live guests with the podcast. I'm usually streaming here, you guys, so you guys get all the live feeds just like all of the podcast platforms. So what we did was we did a live interview on Instagram on Saturday, which was yesterday at 12 Eastern time. That live interview is still available. It's still up on my feed on my Instagram page, which is WCD Coaching _life. So I hope you guys check it out and leave feedback if you would like. It was an awesome interview. So I'm very glad that I was able to connect with her. So you guys, I want to come here. Hope you guys are doing well. I want to come here because I had just like some things on my mind. I just want to tell you guys just a little bit about me, my experience. And I know that this is definitely going to help someone else. It's not just for the single women, but it's for, single men out there. And it can be for anything. It could be for any situation or any life situation that you may be going through. I just want to say, you guys, I don't know about you, but I had a wonderful week. I had a great week. I'm very thankful for this week, even though there were some days that was not okay. But the other days made every other day great. Like it made my whole week great. Moments with family, moments with children, and just being grateful and thinking back on the things that God has done, thinking back on the things, how he's transformed your life and how far you've come, even in some of the pain, just looking at those things and just being grateful for what, for just being in today, being in the land of the living, being able to see your family members, being able to see someone who is doing better, someone that you have, maybe someone that you haven't even prayed for, or someone that you haven't even seen in a long time. You may have seen them on this week and they're doing great. And so I'm just excited, and I've just been just joyous these last couple of weeks, even though I had some rough days. But the thing about it is that I got a solution to my not so good days, and it made everything better when I just took time to think back. I had to take time and study and meditate and see, what I needed to do or what did I need to do different. So anyway, you guys, this title is Trust Yourself. It's Trust Yourself. And speaking from a single woman at the age of 40, and I do have a daughter. I do have 1-year-old, not a 1-year-old. I have one daughter, which is 13 years old. And like I said, this topic and this message can be comparable to any situation in your life. As for me, We know that when things get harder in our life and the heat starts turning up in your life and you don't understand what's going on, you got to understand and think back that my reward is very near. Like my reward is this close. My reward is this close. And we know how the enemy will send things or send people or whatever to try to get us off track. I don't know if you guys remember me talking about that in one of my previous podcasts or previous videos, but there will be some things that will try to knock you off track to try to get you to go back to where you used to be or get you to start saying things that just say for instance, you had a bad habit of having a bad mouth as far as just using slang, cursing language all the time or whatever the case may be. We all got habits, whether they're big or small. It's no little big or small thing, but we all have had habits or have habits where we're trying to work on them. But say that there's some you're on the right track. You're doing good, because if you wasn't doing good, and then the enemy wouldn't try to come and try to knock you off track. And the key to staying on track and staying rooted into who you are and what you're doing is to keep doing what you're doing, even when it gets hard, even when it gets rough, even when it gets tough. You know that you're doing something right, because the enemy is trying to make up ways, and he's trying to think of ways to, well, how can I do this different to I'm different to Karen? How can I bring something across from Karen again? How can I mix it up a little bit, so she won't notice anything? Just an example. And I want to tell you guys, while I was sitting on the chair and I was just relaxing and meditating, and I had just got through listening to a second sermon, and I was just sitting there, taking some notes and stuff, and I was saying to myself, wow, hmm, we get into a place where we want to react. It's hard when the flesh tries to take over the spirit. And we know that our spirit man is bigger, but we got to understand that we got to control ourselves daily in everything about our emotions. You guys, we talked about emotions and feelings on our podcast. We got to be able to control those things, especially the things of our flesh that tries to hinder us or tries to make us say or act or think a different way or whatever. So I was sitting on a chair and I was meditating. And you guys, I'm gonna tell you something. So during the weekend, I kept saying to myself, I kept second guessing myself about some things in my life. I kept second guessing myself, and I kept saying to myself, well, God, is this for real? Are you sure? How is this gonna come to pass? How are you gonna do something? And then I had to think about it. God is not the author of confusion, Karen. And you know that. God is not the author of confusion. So that being said, that's an attack from the enemy that wants you to get off track and he wants you to think that God doesn't know what he's talking about. He wants you to think that, well, go back and ask God, how is that sure is he sure he really gonna do this for you? The God, excuse me, the enemy will have you tripping. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that the enemy will have you tripping sometimes, because I have you second guessing it. And this is just my testimony, guys. I was second guessing myself, and I said, wait a minute. I said, God is my father. He's my best friend. We have a relationship. I said, everything that God told me, everything that God showed me in seasons, and everything that he's spoken to me will come to pass. It will manifest. And so I had been noticing some things that was coming up, and I'm like, so why are some of these things coming up now? And then you just really have to sit back. You really have to meditate, and you really have to think, wait a minute. Something's trying to knock me off guard. Something's trying to catch me off guard, and I know what it is, and it's not going to happen, because I trust myself and I trust God. I trust God first, and then I trust myself, and he's not going to steer me or direct me in the wrong situation. And I don't know what your situation may be. I don't know what your situation may be. I don't know if there's some things in your life that you may be looking for, whether it's marriage, whether it's a new house, whether it's a new job, whether It's something dealing with your children or family. I don't know. It could be anything, new car or whatever. Don't second guess yourself, because we do that a lot. Trust yourself. Trust what the Spirit of the Lord has told you. Trust what God has told you and go with that. Trust and believe. Okay, we're human. We're made of flesh. So therefore, things are going to appear to us that look good, but it's not all that good. And I was making up an example on the chair, you guys. I was talking about this example. I said, now everything that God makes is rich and is true, and we know that God cannot lie. The enemy comes and he brings things that look so good, but it's always the same scenario. It may be something different, but it's the same scenario. So I was sitting on the couch and I was saying to myself, it's just like making brownies. Okay. It's just like making brownies. Okay. The enemy can make brownies look good too, but it's always going to be something in there that don't taste quite right. It's going to be something that he's going to mix it with to make it look perfect and make it look good like God's. But you're going to be able to know and discern that, wait a minute, these ain't the real brownies. God's brownies is the real brownies, because it's rich. It's very rich. It's real chocolate, and it don't taste nasty. Trust and believe. The enemy, he'll try to dress up something that tastes as good, but you got to be able to discern when he's trying to play those same old games again. So what I'm saying, long story short, is trust yourself. Wait on God and know that everything that he's told you, it is going to come to pass. It is going to manifest. That's his word. And God can't go against his word. He loves us that much unconditionally to know, if I told you something, I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter what we think or how we may feel or what we may see, because I have battled with that too. That I don't even see how this gonna work. It ain't for me to see how it's gonna work. My ways and thoughts are not God's ways and thoughts. His ways and thoughts are different, and they're higher than mine. He knows things before I even know them. So therefore, he knows what he's talking about. So I just want to encourage you all to trust yourself. And again, I don't know what your situation may be, but I'm just telling you a little bit about me. But trust yourself and know that God is a rewarder of those that diligently seek him. Trust him, and know and remember and write down everything that he told you. Know everything that he told you without a doubt. Call it out and call it back to him. He knows. He knows you. He knows your every being. He knows your heart. So when the enemy tries to dress up something real good, be able to detect that and be able to discern that. And I just want to encourage you guys to always trust yourself. Trust God first and always trust yourself. If you know something ain't right, it's not right. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a great rest of the week upcoming. Again, I had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week, and I am just blessed to be able to make sure I'm staying in the right vein, because sometimes it gets hard. But with God, God will not lead us astray. So I hope you guys have a wonderful upcoming week. Again, concerning the Driven Life Show, powered by the WCD coaching, we will have another episode uploaded on this week. And also, don't forget to check out that live interview with Deborah Driggs. It is still on my Instagram page. It's still playing on Instagram. So I hope you guys get to check it out. And so I hope you guys be encouraged and take care. And I will talk to you later until I see you again. Bye.